The Nets and Bucks square off tonight at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. Here's the head-to-head between KD and Giannis. They faced each other 16 times, with Durant holding a 9-7 edge. However, Giannis has averaged more points and rebounds, and more importantly, won the only playoff series between them back in 2021.
So we've got a big one tonight, Nets versus Bucks, and here are the categories that will be key in determining who wins this one. We decided these. No, our producers did. Clutch performer, best duo, X Factor, role players, and winners tonight. And we're going to make our own selections on who we think is each. So let's start with clutch performer. I'm going to go with Kyrie Irving. Now, it was like head-to-head, Kyrie versus KD, but I actually found out that Kyrie has made about 12 more clutch time, end of last 10 seconds, or overtime shots than KD, so that's why I sided with Kyrie. Who do you take?
There's no wrong answer for deciding between these two guys, okay? But I went with Kevin Durant because there's no definitive answer defensively for a guy that's 6'11" with that kind of handle and release. He can get a shot off against any defender because of that size, and in clutch situations, I trust he will get a quality look whenever he wants to.
I wanted KD, but I was like, at the end of the day, on a team where they're both there, I feel like Kyrie's going to take it. He's going to take it either way.
No bad answers.
Let's move on to best duo. Now, this is where things probably get spicy. I actually take the Bucks.
Okay.
Giannis Antetokounmpo and Drew Holiday. And the separation point for me is defense. I believe Drew Holiday is 4-time All-Defensive, Giannis 5-time All-Defensive, and a Defensive Player of the Year. So that's the reason why I take them, because they play both sides of the ball. Drew, at times, some people say, can be a little underwhelming offensively, but he makes the shots that matter. Giannis is a force to be reckoned with. So when I looked at this, I was like, KD and Kyrie, they can always put up like almost 80, but when it comes to basketball and matchups, you've got to play defense against the best scorers, and that's why I took the Bucks.
To your point, the guys I'm picking on the Nets had 75 the other night against Memphis and couldn't get a win. So that I'm actually playing into what you just said. But bottom line is this: if Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are both cooking on the same night, right, it's very difficult to have enough personnel, enough scheme, enough commitment, communication to deal with both of those guys at the same time. So this is tough. Giannis by himself almost tilted it in favor of the Bucks in my mind, but I'm going to go with KD and Kyrie.
You need career highs like Desmond Bain going for 38 and John Morant being an MVP candidate. That's what it takes. X Factor, this one is a little different. I'm going to say Steve Nash in this matchup, because if you think about the Nets, they are, I don't want to say atrocious, but their defense is not that good. It's actually worse than the league. Worst defensive rating in the NBA, 4th worst in rebounding. And so they have to find schematically a way for them to compete against the best, and it starts with the defensive end for me.
My X Factor actually had some things to say about his own game to start the year, and I think it's really important. Let's listen to what Ben Simmons had to say.
Yeah, no, it's 2 games. I thought it was 3 games if you count preseason, but no, I just got to keep getting better and improving. Keep that physicality without fouling and being smart. Stay out of foul trouble. There's going to be times where it's really ugly. Like the other night for me, I've had a couple games where it's ugly. It's playing like, but we keep building. We keep going. We're trying to build chemistry and get better.
So to follow up on that, why is he such an X factor? Because he's such a difference maker. He's so unique with a guy this size, with that kind of speed, playmaking ability, and defensive prowess. He just does not have offensive confidence right now. He lacks aggressiveness. If he finds that, the Nets now become a real contender. Until that happens, I still think there are teams in the East I'm going to like a lot better than them because they don't defend. He's so critical on that end, but Sinead, he's got to give them something offensively, and he's still trying to find himself.
And that leads me to my next take. Best role players, it's got to be the Bucks, just because they may not have the names like a role player. That's sort of where he is in the category of Ben Simmons or the talented roster of the Nets. But overall, they know exactly what the assignment is every time in and out. And so I've got the Bucks. How about you?
Completely agree. And the reason is because we talk about role players. These guys know their role definition, right? They understand the continuity of what is asked of them on a night-to-night basis. So guys like Grayson Allen and Bobby Portis, George Hill, these guys come in the game. They're empowered to do what they do and stay in their lane. So I just think being together as long as they have gives the role players such an edge. Brooke Lopez be another guy in that category.
You know, I like working with you because we're nerdy and we're analytical. We sort of take the same approach to the game. So I have a feeling, are our final answers the same? Should we do it?
Yeah,
I'll do
let's
it first.
Same time.
Oh, can we do it?
Yeah, it's good. 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
hey.
That's the answer. I think they're on a different level right now for me. They can beat you both ends of the floor. I think the Nets have to outscore you. Milwaukee already held Philly to 88 this year. That's unheard of right now for Brooklyn. They're so bad defensively. So, yes, the Bucks to me are the favorite.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.